to this computer, right? Okay. Do you guys see that this meeting is being recorded? Yeah, thumbs
Yep.
up just to make sure. Um, my name is Laura Barberos Witalski, and I am a John faculty at the Center for Applied Imagination. I am obviously a graduate, an alumna at in the Master for Creativity and Change Leadership. And I am here in the role of host or moderator of this session. And the session is the name is SIPS CPSI3, Synergizing CPS, Natural Intelligence, and AI for Future-Ready Innovation. So I'm going to introduce our presenter, who I just met. I'm going to read his bio. I am very excited about this session. I have to say, this session was assigned to me as a moderator, right? And I said, okay, what is it? And then I started reading the title, and I said, this sounds so interesting, and I am so privilege to be the moderator, to be assigned to this session. So Hasan, Dr. Hasan, I'm going to read a little bit the bio of Dr. Hasan Agdeniz. Is an educator and researcher specializing in gifted education, creativity, biomimicry, and AI supported learning design. He has taught for over 15 years and has led national curriculum initiatives, STEM programs, and innovation labs for talented youth in Turkey. His research focuses on creative problem-solving models, talent development, and the integration of ethical AI in education. Dr. Agdeniz regularly collaborates with teachers, universities, and policy institutions to design project-based learning environments that integrate human intelligence, natural systems, and artificial intelligence to drive sustainable innovation. So I will give the word to Dr. Agdeniz. I am very excited because these are three things I am really interested and excited about. There's the creativity and CPS and biomimicry and of course an AI. And I would give you a couple of minutes warning before we get to our to the end. So in case you want to open more for Q&A and all of that, and I will be managing the chat. So if anybody has comments, things that they want to question, I can at least follow that for Dr. Agdeniz and then relay this to the public. Hasan, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for a beautiful introduction. I'm Hasan Akdeniz. I'm a biology teacher for gifted and talented students. I've been teaching biology approximately 15 years for gifted and talented students. And today's topic is synergizing creative problem solving. Natural intelligence is called biomimicry, and artificial intelligence for future-ready innovation. Oops, I can drag my yes.
You
Finally.
go working.
Yep.
Yes.
We are surrounded by three powerful intelligence, but we use them separately actually. Human intelligence, I use the creative problem solving in this case, and natural intelligence, I use the biomimicry, and other artificial intelligence, AI. We know the AI is everywhere, and but we use them separately. In this session, I am going to try to integrate these three powerful intelligence in my session. Let me start with a simple question. What if we try to solve the world's biggest problems using only one type of intelligence? Only human thinking, or only artificial intelligence, or only what we observe in nature? Each of these is powerful, of course, but alone they are not enough. Human thinking alone is creative but limited. Artificial intelligence powerful but lacks meaning, and the nature alone is perfect but often ignored. The real problem actually here, innovation fails. Not because we don't have solutions, but because we don't connect them. So the issue is not lack of intelligence. The issue is lack of integration. Here's the problem. We can use this intelligence separately, and this is exactly where innovation begins. I follow the Basado's creative problem solving steps, which consist of the 8 step problem finding, problem definition, idea finding, and go on. And creative problem solving, this process includes the two main skills, divergent thinking and convergent thinking in here. And biomimicry, natural intelligence, 3.8 billion years of evolution, efficient and sustainable solutions. Nature is as a design mentor. Nature is not inspiration, it is a tested innovation system. It has already solved problems of efficiency, adaptation, and sustainability. We just trying to learn from the nature using our creative problem solving capacity through or leveraging the AI actually. So what is AI? Really, we know the AI, what does mean. AI at its core, AI is a system that can learn from data, recognize patterns, and make predictions. It can see relationships that are too complex or too large for us to detect easily, actually. But in problem solving, its role. AI is not just about answers. It helps us explore many possibilities, simulate different scenarios, and test ideas before we build them. AI does not create meaning. It amplifies what we design, and its role is clear: to analyze, to optimize, and to improve what we designed. Human is at center. Human designs and AI scale it, actually. Combine the three, human define purpose. Human start the creative problem solving process. And then nature or AI take the role, actually. Nature designs principles, AI scales solutions. Here's my favorite figure. Synergy of human, natural, and artificial intelligence. Innovation happens at the intersection of all three. This is not a triangle. This is a dynamic system, actually. This model shows the interaction. For instance, artificial intelligence and biomimicry. It's called computational biomimicry. Human intelligence, we call it here creative problem solving capacity process, and natural intelligence, biomimicry, called bio-inspired creativity. And here, synergizing of human, natural, and artificial intelligence. This is not a linear process, but a dynamic loop where each intelligence strengthens the others. Let's solve a real problem. How might we reduce plastic pollution in coastal cities? What do you think?
Do you want to open the mic, Hasan, or to have people writing in the chat?
Writing in the chat is the better.
Okay. So please go ahead and write in the chat, and I will be happy to.
Yeah. How might we reduce plastic pollution in coastal cities?
This is a room filled with creative brain. So provide beans on beaches, says Susan. How else?
I cannot write in the chat.
Okay, so Clara, I will just read the project, say make plastic edible so people don't throw it away. John say create a large ranking mechanism that picks up trash from the water. Jill said outlaw single-use plastic. Clara, what is your idea? You have to unmute yourself. I'm just go.
Yeah.
Okay. Clara, you are mute. Sorry. You have been talking a
Yeah.
lot without saying anything to us. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Transform trash into usable things like waste baskets in the sea.
Okay, so thank you. And then Otira said, evaluate all sources, ships, beaches, beachgoers, and regular government. Prashant, grow more mushroom that consume plastic. Roger again, burn it and pollute the air instead of the ocean. Make houses out of trash.
Perfect.
Wow.
Let's back to nature. If nature had to solve plastic pollution, it wouldn't invent machines. It would filter, decompose, and adapt. Nature never wastes, it transforms. And mushroom, and mangrove roots, and whale feeding. We can we can learn from the whale, we can learn from mushroom, we can use mushrooms to solve the plastic pollution, for instance. And AI analyze ocean plastic distribution, simulate water currents, optimize collector designs, predict environmental impact. And we can use this prompt to leverage the AI power. For instance, AI just not analyze, it predicts, it simulates, and optimizes the ideas. And here, let's look at how this appears in creative problem-solving process. Yes, plastic pollution, and identify plastic pollution in problem-fighting step, and then collect environmental data. And how might we filter microplastics? Because we learn from whale feeding, and we ask how might we filter microplastics? Problem definition, biomimicry, brainstorming, and idea finding, AI simulations, engineering design, policy and stakeholder engagement for acceptance, and then build and deploy solution for action step. And now, again, your turn. Pick one of urban problem, please. And type
Okay.
in chat.
Let's go back in the chat. Thank you, Hasan. All right. One urban problem.
One urban problem, yeah.
Lack of green spaces. Okay. Lack of public transportation. Traffic.
Traffic.
Overwhelming auto traffic. Anybody else? Other urban. Okay, Hasan, are you good? We are air pollution, not friendly to older adults.
And now ask yourself 3 questions. What is the real problem? How does nature solve something similar? And how can AI help optimize or scale the solution? Keeping your urban problem and ask these 3 questions.
Would you like people to respond, to put something in the chat, or just in their mind, Hasan?
No, just in their mind.
Okay,
and
cool.
I take the traffic congestion, actually.
Okay.
Nature has already solved this, interestingly. This concept is called synergy. Synergy, it is how simple organisms, like ants, coordinate complex systems without any central control and doesn't talk to each other directly. Instead, they leave traces in the environment. For example, a pheromone trail, and that trail influences the next action. This creates a feedback loop. One action leaves signal, that signal guides that next action, and over time, a highly efficient system emerges. we use the same principle. Instead of phenomena, we use the data, for instance, traffic density, vehicle flow, and real-time conditions. These become digital signals, and just like N flow trails, traffic lights can adapt. For instance, we leverage the nature. We learn from ant and their system, and leverage the AI from data side, and of course, creative problem solving process. We initiated this process using our creative problem solving capacity. And three intelligence, when combined the three intelligence, and it's the solution, for instance. I have two real scientific projects. As I mentioned, I'm teaching biology for gifted and talented students. We developed two scientific projects using this biomimicry, AI, and creative problem solving process. One is the first is the all feathers. My students and I, we built a real scientific project, not just an idea, but a system, a biomimetic solution, inspired by nature, enhanced with AI, and designed through a creative problem-solving process. The problem was, for this project, problem was, how can we reduce noise pollution? We focus on the noise pollution. Noise is everywhere in cities, in transportations, in daily life. And reducing noise is not easy. We started with understanding the problem, not just noise, but specifically unwanted sounds caused by airflow, for instance. Then we asked the same question. How does nature solve this? How does nature solve the noise problem? And we discovered something fascinating. Owls. Owls, owls can fly almost silently, even when they are hunting. Why? Because, because of their feathers. All feathers have a special structure, soft edges and surfaces and layered textures. These features break up airflow and reduce turbulence, which means less noise. So my students ask, can we replicate this structure? Not just copy the shape, but understand this principle behind it. Then they designed experimental models. They tested different designs, comparing sound levels and analyze performance. AI supported tools helped them evaluate which structure worked better and optimize the design. The system worked, and the project passed the district competition, actually. This was not just an imitation. It was understanding a natural system, translating it into design, and improve it with the data, actually. This is a real scientific project. We used the three intelligence. Another project, we asked how can we improve air quality, actually, in a sustainable way. How does nature clean air? And we have the solution from nature, mycelium. We use the mycelium to clean the air. And here on the middle picture, we just only dust. And here in this picture, we use the mycelium dust. And this system perfectly clear the air. And after all of things, I ask myself, how can I scale this process? Natural intelligence, creative problem solving, and human intelligence, artificial intelligence. We developed two platforms, biomimic AI. I trained this platform from the nature, from the Ask Nature, from the other websites and the resources. You can use this platform in two ways. First of all, why do some trees have buds in winter or what can we learn from bear in hibernate? You can ask the question to learn from the nature. For instance, you can chat the nature, or if you have a specific problem and if you are looking for a solution in the nature, you can ask the nature again. How can we reduce traffic congestion in cities? Or how can we keep buildings cool without using energy? And actually, biomimicry studies in two ways: problem side and answer sides. If you have a problem, you could ask the nature to learn a solution, or if you have a solution from the nature, you look the problem to integrate this solution you have. Another platform, AI for project. I built this platform based on the creative problem solving steps. And biggest problem in our education system, at least in my students, they couldn't find a problem, real problem to solve, to attack it. And AI for project, this platform helps them to find a problem and go further using this creative problem solving process, actually. And you can see here brainstorming site planning, CPS workshop, paper review, and science advisor. These two platforms are still in piloting. We are still training the platforms because we use the AI background, and AI needs the more information and to give a real and correct answer and correct advice to people. And the next message: the future will not be built by AI alone. Because everybody knows AI is everywhere. Everybody talks about AI. AI takes our job and blah blah blah. But it will be built by human creativity. Always needs a human creativity. Human is at the center, always. And then we can use natural wisdom, biomimicry, and of course leverage the artificial intelligence. All three of the intelligence. And this is my last slide. Thank you for listening.
Oh, and Hasan, thank you so much. And here are the contacts of Hasan. I don't know if you guys want to take note or take a screenshot or whatever, if you guys want to contact Dr. Agdenis for any future follow-up. But we do have quite a bit of time right now, like over 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. So any questions that you guys have, comments, questions, insights, we can open up the floor. Please. And Hasan, it's up to you if you prefer the chat, or it's like, we have only 14 participants, it's a good group, but you want to have like, an open mic, people asking you question directly?
Okay. They ask a question directly, please.
Yeah, whatever is your preference.
Mm-hmm.
Question. And please unmute your.
I have a question. Well, a comment. Yes. First, thank you very much, because you really gave me an insight and you opened my mind that there is not just human intelligence and AI. No, to bring the nature intelligence to being aware of it is something that really opens possibilities in many, many ways. Mm-hmm. So my comment is really to thank you, because what you have bring to me has been very important. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your comment. Yeah. Everybody follows the news, AI companies and other thing. AI needs a source to generate ideas. The source is nature and the human creativity. And human creativity is always better than any AI platforms, I think, I believe. And just copying the people, just copying the nature, I think.
Hasan, I also want to build on what Clara said. I really like the way you used the nature versus the starter, and then moving that into AI to begin to make some connections with that. We've done some work with biomimicry and nature as force connections, those sorts of things. As you know, it works incredibly well. But I love the addition of the AI in between the nature and the ultimate solution because you have a much broader range there. So great job. Thank you. Really great. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger. And AI is a accelerator, actually, accelerator process.
Yeah.
And human creativity, human and nature are always in the center, I think, I believe. And Prashant, could you share links to the AI platform? Yeah, these platforms are still in the piloting because we are trying to train the system. It is not easy to learn something to AI actually, because to give the correct and right answer to people to direct to people. And now I couldn't share the links, but I hope I will share the platforms in next 2027 Creative Exchange
Sure.
conference.
I have a question. I'm wondering if you can use AI to find examples of design features in nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. Of course, we can use the AI for design anything, but AI can use the source we built, human built and the nature built. Just AI brings to all things, all elements together fastly, and then the human and the other platforms. I think actually I'm working on the other project using the comparing the AI creativity and human creativity. Actually, we studied the AI questionability and human questionability, and AI failed to create creativity level questions according to Bloom taxonomy. Yes, AI was better the creating low level questions, but human creativity was better than the AI in creativity and evaluation levels in Bloom taxonomy. And another area I think needs to be clarified: AI creativity or human creativity. And I offer the combine three of them. It's better.
Thank you.
Hasan, thank you very much. So
Yes.
I'm going to sign up. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Great.
Roger, thank you. So
Thank
yeah, I can, Hasan, my person, if anybody has other comments, I can echo Clara's comment, in terms of how, just from the first slide, I really saw three type of intelligence, and I never really thought about that, the natural intelligence. And it was interesting for me to see also how you, in a very synthetic way, say, the human intelligence define the problems and ethical decision, which is really right? Important and interesting. Also in the example and the statement that you ask us, a problem statement, right? What are some urban problems? What are some things? And then the natural intelligence is really kind of underutilized, right? We don't, and then we can scale with artificial intelligence. And so and I'm just wondering, can you say a little more about that scaling that the artificial intelligence can do for our solutions?
Yeah, actually, this system is on, for example, on scaling, because I use the AI to introduce to natural intelligence, natural potential to people for their problem-solving process. And AI facilitated the process. Yes. This idea came from my students in teaching process because they always see the biology as a memorize something, and just all the things and all keywords, all concepts are has to be memorized in biology. And I'm trying to break this idea, and I'm trying to open another angle for students. Biology is a source, an endless source for anybody. And this platform comes from this idea, and I use AI because AI in background bring the solutions, bring the ideas together fastly, and scale part is here actually. And
Thank
you can
you.
chat the you can chat the nature, you can chat the biology, and how can we learn from the for instance a whale or a mushroom or bee for instance, and these platforms bring the ideas from nature to you, and you can use these ideas for problem solving process. And I like to emphasize that human creativity, human are in the center, human initiates process and leverage the other sources.
Sure, Clara. Yeah. Clara, please, you have a question.
No, it's not a question, it's a
comment.
comment. Yes, because I came from a session with Andy Burnett, who gave me also an insight, and I want to share you with you. He said with AI, now you have like for 90 cents, 1,000 employers working for you. And this became a very interesting comment because when I put it together with 1,000 employers searching for situations in nature, really this is potentiating our possibility of find new solutions that can help us, no? And another thing that I understand now is for many years as facilitators, we have trying to solve problems that maybe other people already solved or the nature had already solved, and we're working from nothing when there is a lot of information there for us. No? So really, this session gave me all this way of thinking that I have to start really developing in myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Clara, for a comment. Yeah, actually, it is not a it is not a linear process because, for instance, now we are looking at the same page. For instance, how can we reduce traffic congestion in cities? And we can see the same solutions, but we implement different solutions because we use our creative problem solving capacity and other thing, and actually it's no edge here, and different same solution, but we can implement different solutions, different ideas, because human capacity here as a variable, independent variable, and I think it's endless area. And yes, AI is a facilitator. It's I think it's related to information, because we are living in the 2000 years, and information is getting together, and someone or something should use this information, and AI does it actually. AI used our information treasure we built, human built, and as a facilitator. Then we should use the leveraged AI.
Any other comment or question for Hasan? John.
One question. Hasan, have you, I know that this is for like design problems, engineering. Have you applied this at all to more like social problems that maybe could be compared to like primates? I'm just thinking like I in my work, even in leadership, I use a lot of examples of primates, and it seems to resonate with people. So I was wondering if you've done anything with that.
Yeah, thank you, John. Actually, I haven't used the biomimicry or other thing in the social problems, but I know the some people use the biomimicry to solve the problem because in the subfields of biology, for instance, animal behaviors, people observe the animals, their interaction to take the leadership or other tasks in other tasks. Yeah. Actually, I believe yes, I am a biology teacher, but I believe that nature is a house of everything. You can find any answer in the nature. Just need to look at this way, and I think biology should teach this way to people, not just memorize the concepts. They biology should show the people how to answer the how to understand nature and how can we learn from the nature in our relationship in our society. Actually, it's a two interactions way, I think.
Great. Thank you, Hasan.
Yeah. So I have to share, Hasan, in something that I heard yesterday in NPR, our national public radio, on the radio. They were talking about a new study about birds and the fact that they did a study around birds start collecting cigarette butts and to put in the nest of and in their own nest, and they did a whole study to understand why they were doing that. And apparently there is a chemical, something in the cigarette butts that basically make healthier the baby, like the eggs, right? And so basically they have done control study actually to see the health of the birds where they were cigarette butts in the nest, and they were actually healthier baby, healthier eggs. I just find this fascinating. That was yesterday. I was listening to this. It is what, right? And of course, beyond what cigarette butts are, and of course there are a lot of chemical. Like they were looking also at the composition of that. What do you think of that? And they say, oh, nature is really intelligent. They really find a lot of solution, and they were getting cigarette butts from ashtray outside on the porch and all of that. And when actually they challenge something, the experimenter, the scientist, the birds went to get more cigarette butts to increase.
Yeah,
I have. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I have an example of nature. Also, I used to have a dog that I adored, and when I'm giving a Zoom lessons or something, I always look at the screen. Suddenly, my dog came, and I see that he looks at the green light of the camera. And I realize that I'm not looking at the people. I'm preparing for myself, looking at the screen. And my dog was really looking at the people by looking at the camera. And for me, was a complete understanding of something that I never thought about. So I just want to share it. No?
Okay. Back to Hasan. Okay, just like your comments on this.
Thank you, Laura, for your sharing. Yeah, actually, to understand this process, I need biology information, and because they convert this information into real life. Everybody likes the documentary, right? Yeah. Everybody watch documentary, but if you have a biology information, you can understand the system behind it, and
They
you
give
can
the
bring
specific,
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And biology, biology information helps us actually biology, and
Yeah.
another thing for my students, the bio entrepreneurship. I encourage them to become a bio entrepreneurship. Yeah, entrepreneurship is selling something or discovering something. Okay,
Yeah.
but I strongly advise and push them to learn from the nature as an entrepreneurship, and nature and entrepreneurship combine and sell or share the society, because nature is endless source, and we have to use it in maybe you John asked social science or other thing. We always we can learn from nature.
You
Just
have an example of nature and entrepreneurship? You have an example of nature and entrepreneurship, like, that you just mentioned that, like in terms of, I mean, any concrete example, because I find this super fascinating, right?
Yes, I think it's a kind of new area for me, because everybody interested in being entrepreneurship, but they don't know how to look at the source. And bio entrepreneurship, if you find a real problem in the nature or in society, and you ask the nature, and bring the solution from nature to sell or to share people. Bio entrepreneurship means, and another an example, for example, at my class, I need to think. I need to think. I'm gonna share the us. Yes. Last week we talked to my students. She's studying the playing guitar, muscle memory, and sometimes people has a wrong muscle memory. For instance, for their fingers or other area,
Yeah.
and she asked me how to over this false muscle memory to prevent people, and we go to the nature, of course, and she collected 3 or 4 ideas from the nature, and she is studying on the to narrow the one solution from nature. Actually, in biomimicry and bio entrepreneurship, if you have a problem, for instance, let's say you have a problem and you don't know the answer, and go to the nature to find the solution, or for instance, you watch the documentary or you studied biology. You have some fascinating system, but you don't know how to integrate into real life. In which area, in which problem? This is 2 ways from nature to problem to nature, actually. And bioengineering generally from nature to problem side, action. We are focusing on the side.
So I have just to bring this to a close. I just want to mention that Yuval put something in the chat. I don't know if you read about that. Hasan said, thanks, Hasan. Most of the time we find the solutions made by nature during 3.9 million years as very efficient and or inspiring, but sometimes the evolution is not mature. I use and suggest another aspect of engaging trees methodology too, because sometimes creative solutions are better under circumstances. And so there is a link to bio trees, right? It's are you familiar with it? Just any response to this comment of Yuval?
Actually, this methodology generally used in the engineering process, to my best knowledge. But if you look at the Harvard or Stanford or other big universities, design schools or other problem-solving process, all problem-solving or design process based on the creative problem-solving process, finding problem, generating solution, and implementing solution. That's all. And sometimes names are changing. For instance, TRIZ or design school for Stanford or Harvard, another use of the thing. But all things based on the creative problem solving process. And for instance, Buffalo State Applied Imagination, Gerard and other colleagues used a different creative problem solving process, and I follow the Ambassador's creative problem solving process. Min Ambassador is a economic human resource professor, and I tried to transform this creative problem solving into education. Because I saw the really link between the education and the human sources. And actually, this triggers my entrepreneurship site using creative problem solving process. And then I at the bio site, bio entrepreneurship based on the creative problem solving process, I think.
Well, Hasan, thank you so much. I'm going to just stop